What's going on, everyone? Today's video we're going to try and help those that kind of struggle with installing catch cans. I seen in the comments where some people have stated that they purchased catch cans and they didn't have any instructions. First things first, guys, me personally, I say there's no need to go buying brand name, because someone did mention, oh yeah, he bought a catch can from, I can't remember who it was, and it came with instructions. Yeah, you paid more. Actually, let's not even go there, but my personal thing is there's no need for you to pay $150, $200 or $350 for brand names when simple $39 catch can does the same thing, or even less. So I got this from Amazon, $39 shipped to my house and all. Process is fairly simple. Over here there's a little bolt. You might have this little wire in there. It's pushed in with a clip. You just have to pull that clip out. They just use that just to support this wire, keeping it from, dangling and all that stuff. Just pull it out. They provide all the hardware you need, the screws that you need and all. Tools, you need a what is this? This is a 12 millimeter socket. That's all you need. But they provide all the hardware. Okay? So first thing you want to do is you want to install this first. You can leave the can on if you want, or take it off when you're doing the installation process. It's completely up to you. Do not try to mess with these. Someone has messed with this before and they broke it. This is pretty much either, well, I don't know, glued in or something, but this will not go anywhere. So if you're trying to repurpose or relocate this, or you want to get one that you can relocate, don't get one that's already installed like this. You want to get one that's like they ship it to you free. So that way you can adjust it however it is that you want. Okay. The holes over here, this is the 6.4. So you can take the 6.4 pipe that's on there. This is generally the one that's in there. How do you go? Like this. Pretty much. So all you have to do is take this guy out. Be careful not to break it, because you can reuse this and that. They provide two hoses for you as well. Fairly simple. They're both not of the same length. One is longer, one is shorter. Some say, it doesn't matter the way you install the hose. I think it does, but some say it doesn't matter. I think it does. So ideally the short end, you want to make sure that it goes to the shorter distance, right? Because you don't want to use this here and then have to use the longer one here, which doesn't make any sense. So the longer one goes there, goes in here and then there, and then the shorter one goes to this distance right here. You can cut it if you choose to. You can cut it to make it of length to however it is that you want. Unless you have a different hose that you rather use, then you could do that instead. You can grab another hose that you might have in the garage or whatever the case may be, and you can use that. But they do provide clips, lockout clips as well. So we're going to go ahead and put this on, and then we'll continue shortly. Oh, and before I cut off, they provide these as well. Don't push this all the way, like, oh, I'm putting this in, I'm going to push it all the way in. No, because you do not want this to pin all the way to the end. You want to make sure that it stops at the opening, because you want to ensure that the air can actually flow through. Because if you block the air circulation, that's not a good thing. So don't push it and shove it all the way in. Actually, let me see if I can. Kind of hard. Let me see if I turn on the light. Maybe it'll help, but maybe not. As you can see, well, maybe you can, maybe you can't. But I didn't shove it all the way to the end. This thing still has a little bit of oil, so it makes it free, and it's a lot easier to manipulate or turn or take off. All right. So just update. The hose is too long, and I understand why they made it long. So I took the long one, then I cut a little bit off. As you can see, this is the secondary, this is the shorter end, right? Which is supposed to go there. So this was too long, where it sense that it was kind of like hanging, and I didn't want that. So you can grab yourself a sharp blade and cut it, and then again, you have these caps, right? All you do is when you take these caps, guys, all you do is you put the caps on. It's very simple. You just put the caps on like that, and then pretty much you're hooking it up to here, there, there, or whatever the case may be. So since I've cut this right here, I'm gonna cut this a little bit shorter because I want to reuse this aspect of it. That way I won't even have to touch this one, because I don't want it to be too long, you know. I don't want it to be too long, and I don't want to bend the pipes. So this is how I want to angle it, so it goes in straight. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this one again. Let's take this cap off. Then I'm gonna cut this hose down again so that it will fit there. I've cut a little piece off. I don't have a tape measure on me to give you the exact dimensions that I've cut off, but I've cut a little piece off, as you can see. Grab yourself a sharp blade, guys, when you're cutting these, alright? So that's the excess piece. I'm gonna put that aside. This is what I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna be mounting that over here. So again, I would be using the 2 more caps that I have left, and we're gonna be installing this right here. There you go, nice and clean. As you can see, not too much dangling hose. It's not, you know, all free and loose. This is secured, it's not pinched, and you have extra hose to use in another project should you need one. And all, very simple, very simple. It's not difficult. It shouldn't take you but 30 minutes to install this, guys. You don't need to go pay anyone to install it for you. You can do this at home. Once you secure this, all you have to do is make sure that you tighten your screw over here and go ahead and install your can. Simple process. When you're tightening this, anti-clockwise first, so that you do not want to accidentally bend the or strip the screws, or whatever you want to call this thing. You don't want to accidentally strip it. Okay, so when you put it on anti-clockwise first, and then go ahead and turn it, or if you want, put a little bit of oil on it as well. Do not over tighten it, because if you over tighten, this will get hot. Once this get hot, this is touching it, just hand tight. You don't need to use a tool. Hand tight. Once it's tight, you feel like it's tight, stop. Okay, it has a grommet, or whatever the case may be, right there. If I can get this thing to focus, so it'll prevent any leakage as well. So just hand tighten it. You don't need a tool for it. Just hand tight. Once you're done, just when you feel like it's tight, just stop. Don't tight or it's tight and then you want to add that extra manpower to it. No, don't do that. All right, it's very simple. Let's go ahead and finish this up. We're done. Simple as that, guys. Shouldn't take you but 30 minutes at most. Even if you're not mechanically inclined, shouldn't take you long. Just because you have extra holes doesn't mean you have to use the whole thing. You don't want this thing all, you know, dangled up and hanging all over the place, and you definitely do not want it pinched, because if you have it pinched, you will have issues with it. You want to make sure that it can flow freely. Okay. Everything is nice and secured. Tight there. That's tightened out, as you can see. This is locked in. That's locked in. And again, make sure you don't shove this all the way to the end. You want to make sure that it's free. As you can see, if I put my finger on it, I can feel that, you know, I have some clearance, because you want to make sure that you're not blocking your airflow. Do that. How can I make sure that it's not all the way in? Well, you can pull this out, twist it, and there you go. You can see if I can get the flashlight on. See, mine's not all the way to the edge. I have a lot of open space. So just do the same thing. Simple. And take it easy.